हेलो स्टूडेंट, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं अपने थर्ड चैप्टर को, फिजिक्स की करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी। सो ये जो वीडियो करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चैप्टर का है, ये इंट्रोडक्शन वीडियो है। इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि आपके पास इलेक्ट्रिक करंट क्या होती है। ठीक है, जैसे कि आपने क्लास 10th में उसे डिस्कस किया होगा कि डेफिनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट क्या है। ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम फिर से एक छोटा सा रिवीजन लेंगे, what is the meaning of electric current, and after that we discuss here about the type of currents। ये कुछ बच्चों ने पढ़ा होगा और कुछ बच्चों ने नहीं पढ़ा होगा क्लास 10th में। So after the type of current, here we will discuss about different formulas for the electric current, and after that we talk about the topic current carriers, कि current carriers क्या होते हैं और जो सॉलिड कंडक्टर है, लिक्विड कंडक्टर है और जो गैसेस फॉर्म में जो कंडक्टर हैं बेसिकली, ठीक है, उनके लिए जो आपके पास है करंट कैरियर्स क्या क्या होते हैं। सो वी विल डिस्कस द ऑल थिंग्स वन बाय वन, एंड आफ्टर दैट वी टॉक अबाउट एट लास्ट अबाउट द हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। दिस टॉपिक which is heating effect of electric current is very simple for you, I think, because you all have been discussed this topic in your class 10th. That time this topic is not so much important in the sense of drift velocity, but here this is very important to understand the whole concept of drift velocity, जिसमें हम देखेंगे कि कैसे हीटिंग इफेक्ट में जो फिनोमिना है उस केस में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल की तरफ जाते हुए जो उसकी स्पीड है, उस स्पीड को हम कैसे ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड या ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी कहते हैं। ठीक है, तो स्टूडेंट, हियर वी विल स्टार्ट दिस इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट ऑफ दिस वीडियो बाय द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। सो वीडियो को समझने के लिए इसमें लास्ट तक बने रहें, और जो इसके बाद नेक्स्ट वीडियो आएगा उसमें हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट द ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी एंड द मोबिलिटी ऑफ चार्जेस। क्लियर? तो अब हम स्टार्ट करते हैं यहाँ पे अपनी फर्स्ट डेफिनेशन विच इज आवर इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। सो स्टूडेंट, दिस इज वेरी सिंपल फॉर यू। इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, यू नो दैट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, जब हम इलेक्ट्रिक करंट के बारे में बात करते हैं तो सारे बच्चे जानते हैं कि इलेक्ट्रिक करंट को हम कैसे लिखते थे कि रेट ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। ठीक है, अब इसमें रेट ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रिक करंट में जो चार्ज का फ्लो हो रहा है, ठीक है, वो आपको अंडरस्टूड है स्टूडेंट कि वो किसी क्लोज सर्किट में ही होगा। सो हियर दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव रिटन द शॉर्टकट डेफिनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट, रेट ऑफ फ्लो ऑफ चार्ज इज कॉल्ड इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। यहाँ पे जब रेट की बात आती है तो रेट के टाइम पे, रेट मींस क्या हुआ कि हम किसी भी जो भी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है उसको विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम डिवाइड करते हैं। ठीक है स्टूडेंट, तो इस वजह से हम यहाँ पे लिखते हैं रेट ऑफ एनी फिजिकल क्वांटिटी। It means that physical quantity is divided by time. So here you know that this definition is very simple for you. So I will write their formula directly for you. So you know that the current is noted by I, and as I have written here rate of flow of charge, so here we can consider the value of charge is Q, which is flowing through the circuit from the positive terminal of battery to the negative terminal of battery, and T is the time taken by the charge। ठीक है स्टूडेंट, तो I इज इक्वल टू Q अपॉन T, ये हमारे पास कॉमन फॉर्मूला हो गया इलेक्ट्रिक करंट का। एंड आफ्टर दैट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट देयर SI यूनिट, देयर SI यूनिट इज कूलम्ब पर सेकंड, बिकॉज़ कूलम्ब इज द SI यूनिट ऑफ चार्ज एंड सेकंड इज द SI यूनिट ऑफ टाइम, और यू कैन से दैट इन द ऑन द ओनर ऑफ physist their SI unit is ampere, denoted by A. Clear student? So here when we talk about the other forms of electric current, जब हम यहाँ पे स्टूडेंट अदर फॉर्म यानी इलेक्ट्रिक करंट के अलग अलग हम फॉर्मूलाज के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे, तो पहला फॉर्मूला मैं यहाँ पे आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगा इन द सेंस ऑफ number of electron and charge in one electron. So for that I will use here, since we know that by law of quantization, इसको यूज करूंगा मैं यहाँ पे law of quantization. Law of quantization Q is equals to NE plus minus होता है, but in case of magnitude I will write Q is equals to NE only. Clear student? तो प्लस माइनस सिंबल यहाँ पे शो नहीं करते हैं, तो हम इसको यहीं पे ऊपर वाले में ही दिखा देंगे कि प्लस माइनस को यहाँ पे मैग्नीट्यूड सेंस में नहीं है। Therefore the electric current formula is I is equals to, in place of Q I will write here N into E, so NE upon T. So ये हमारे पास क्या फॉर्मूला होगा स्टूडेंट, इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। क्लियर? इन द टर्म ऑफ नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन एंड चार्ज इन वन इलेक्ट्रॉन। अब आपको ये चीज पता होगी स्टूडेंट कि चार्ज इन वन इलेक्ट्रॉन इज इक्वल टू 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 गुना। तो ये हम जब न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करेंगे बेस्ड ऑन दिस पैटर्न फॉर्मूला, सो दैट टाइम यू विल सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यू ऑफ चार्ज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन डायरेक्टली। So after this, student, when we talk about the other form, this is one of the form in which we will write the electric current formula in term of N into E, and in differentiation form means अगर हम derivative sense में बात करते हैं, in derivative form means derivative form का मतलब अगर हम differentiation वाली form के बारे में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि जब हम डिफरेंशिएशन फॉर्म में करंट को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे तो कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, तो उसके लिए हम यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा स्टेटमेंट बनाते हैं कि जैसे हमें यहाँ पे इनिशियली पता था कि किसी टी टाइम पे अगर हम चार्ज फ्लोइंग के बारे में, जो जितना चार्ज फ्लो हुआ है सर्किट में, अगर उसको डिस्कस करेंगे तो उसको हम कंसीडर करा था हमने क्यू। सो हियर वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द चार्ज व्हिच इज फ्लोइंग इन द गिवन सर्किट फॉर द गिवन टाइम इंटरवल डेल्टा टी। मतलब हम इस केस में जो टाइम यहाँ पे था उसको हमने और छोटा ले लिया। सो फॉर अ गिवन टाइम इंटरवल delta t, if we talk about the given time interval delta v, if delta q be the charge flowing in the given circuit, clear? So here we will discuss about the time interval delta t। अगर टाइम इंटरवल हमारा डेल्टा है तो हम ये मानते हैं कि so here for the time delta t, अगर हमारे पास टाइम इंटरवल हमारा डेल्टा t है तो फिर हम ये मानते हैं कि डेल्टा q चार्ज जो है, डेल्टा q चार्ज जो है वो सर्किट में फ्लो हो रहा है। ठीक है? सो देयरफॉर द अमाउंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट इन दिस केस वी कैन राइट डेल्टा q अपॉन डेल्टा t। क्लियर स्टूडेंट? तो इसको हम ऐसे ही लिखेंगे। नाउ इफ सपोज योर टाइम इंटरवल, जो हमने टाइम इंटरवल लिया है इनिशियल माइनस फाइनल, उस टाइम इंटरवल में अगर हम ये लिख दें कि आपके पास जो टाइम इंटरवल है टेंड्स टू 0, इट मींस दैट कि जो हम टाइम टेकन ले रहे हैं फॉर द फ्लोइंग ऑफ द गिवन चार्ज इज वेरी स्मॉल, it is near to the 0, or you can say it approach to the 0. So in the case of delta t tends to 0, I will write here I in the case of limiting form, लिमिट की फॉर्म में लिखेंगे। ये मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया लिमिट्स एंड डेरिवेटिव में। अगर आपको फिर भी समझ में नहीं आया तो क्लास 11th के जो लिमिट्स एंड डेरिवेटिव कंडीशंस है वो देख लीजिएगा। So here limit delta t tends to 0, I will write like this, delta q over delta t. So for that, after removing this limit, because here we are talking about delta t tends to 0, this will go in the term of derivative. So ये फॉर्मूला जो है in the term of derivative फॉर्मूला बन जाएगा dq over dt। अब यहाँ पे हम बात कर रहे हैं d upon dt की of q। इस फॉर्मूले का मीनिंग ये हुआ कि इसको d upon dt of q कहेंगे, मींस q हमारे पास फिजिकल क्वांटिटी है चार्ज, और उसको हमने डेरिवेट किया है ठीक है, यानी डिफरेंशिएट किया है फर्स्ट ऑर्डर का, मींस पहली बार डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर डिफरेंशिएशन होता है, दो बार डिफरेंशिएशन कर देंगे किसी भी क्वांटिटी को तो सेकंड ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव हो जाता है। तो यहाँ पे फर्स्ट ऑर्डर डेरिवेटिव है, एक बार t के रिस्पेक्ट में डिफरेंशिएट कर रहे हैं तो dy dt ऑफ q, या आप उसे ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं। सो हियर दिस इज द इक्वेशन, मींस दैट at final you can write I is equals to dq over dt. So here at final you will see the equation of electric current in the term of derivative of charge, or you can say in the term of first derivative of charge. This one is the simple. तो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर ऑफ डेरिवेटिव ऑफ चार्ज के सेंस में इलेक्ट्रिक करंट का जो फॉर्मूला है वो आपके सामने ये पॉइंट इज क्लियर स्टूडेंट। अब हमारे पास क्या, अगर हम डिस्कस करें इन दोनों जो फॉर्मूले से रिलेटेड न्यूमेरिकल्स की है तो आपके सामने मैं दो न्यूमेरिकल बनाऊंगा और उन न्यूमेरिकल्स से हम सीखेंगे कि इन फॉर्मूलों पे, या हम सबसे पहले इस पे ही डिस्कस कर लें, इन तीनों फॉर्मूलों पे लोग कैसे कैसे यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक करंट की कंडीशन फाइंड आउट करते हैं। क्लियर स्टूडेंट? सो फॉर दैट पॉज द वीडियो एंड नोट डाउन। So here student, you can see I have written here, you can see I have written here three examples which is based on the three formulas which I have been discussed in first page. So first question is that find the value of current which is passes through a wire if 7.5 coulomb of charge is passing through the wire in 5 seconds. If 7.5 coulomb of charge is passing through the wire in 5 seconds. So if suppose this type of question we have, it means that we have given 5 coulomb of charge, 7.5 coulomb of charge. After that we have given the time which is equals to 5 seconds. So if we want to find electric current which is I is equals to Q over T, you know that by this formula you can easily find out the value of this, which is 1.5 ampere. Clear student? So this is the answer of first case. And after that, when we talk about the second case formula of electric current, in which you will calculate the electric current flowing through a conductor having 12.50 into 10 raised to the power 18 electrons. It means that here we have given number of electron which is 12.50 into 10 raised to the power 18, and after that we will calculate here the value of current I, and here I will use the formula I is equals to NE by T according to the condition, and we know that the value of E, which is equals to 1.6 into 10 raised to the power 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb of charge. So for that I will write here the value of number of electron in the conductor is this, and after that the total charge in one electron is this, and here I will write the time. For that I can consider, here one term is missing in this question, having this electron calculate the amount of current flowing through a conductor in 2 seconds, or you can say that in 2 seconds. Okay, here I consider 2 seconds. So when we think about 2 seconds, so for that I will write here the time which we have given is 2 seconds. Clear student? So I will substitute here the value 2. So for that I will solve this question 0.8, and we will see here how much amount of current we will see here. Let's see, it is equals to 0.8 into 10 raised to the power minus 19, and here minus 19 and this one is 18. After cancel out I will write a single form which is equals to into 0.8 into minus 19 and 18 minus 1. So finally I will multiply this term 12.50 or 5 into 0.8 it is 10. So for that I will use here 10 into 10 raised to the power minus 1, and after solving this they both cancel out because it is 1 by 10 and answer will be 1. So in this condition the value of current, which is I is equals to 1 ampere. So this is the answer of this case. Clear, student? And after that, when we talk about third and last case, in which we have given equation of charge in the term of time, here you can say that charge is a function of time according to this equation, and we want to calculate here I question mark at time t is equal to 7 seconds. So for that, you know that since I is equals to dq over dt, sometimes you can write small q, otherwise you can replace this q according to the given problem. Here I have written the charge in capital letters, so I will use this like that. So dy dt of charge we have given in polynomial equation form. So finally you will see by the using of differentiation rule, here I will write direct, so you will also write direct because the all rules you have been discussed in class 11 mathematical tools. So d upon dt of 3t square will give us 3 to the 6t, and after that 5t, differentiation of 5t will be 5, and differentiation of any constant number is 0. So from this equation we will get here the value of current, which is equals to I is equals to 60 plus 5. Now we are talking here about the current at 7 seconds. Therefore this is the final equation, 60 plus 5 equals to I. For we can write for t is equals to 7 seconds. If you want to calculate the value of current in the given conductor, so you will replace the value of t 7 here, 6 into 7 plus 5, so I is equal to 7 6 or 42 plus 5, 47 ampere. Clear? So for this conductor the value of current is 47 ampere on the basis of this relation. Point is clear, student? So on the basis of these formula we will solve this type of problem in this way. So now student, after the discussion of electric current in different type of formulas and some numerical based on these formulas, here we will discuss about the type of currents. So when we discuss about the types of electric current or current, so you know that in the given circuit, when we talk about a given circuit, you know that when we talk about the closed circuit in which the current is flowing from one terminal of battery to the another terminal of battery with the help of different electrical instrument. Okay, so for that, when we think about the type of electric current from the given diagram and from your previous knowledge, you know that when we talk about the electric current, it means that it is the rate of flow of charge. So here we have from the battery, here we have two type of charges for the given conductor. One is plus Q charge and other is minus Q charge. When we talk about plus Q charge flows from the positive terminal of battery to the negative terminal of battery by the EMF of the battery or electromotive force. It means that here, due to the repulsion force, the charge will eject from the positive terminal to the battery, and by the attraction force of the negative terminal, it will go from the positive terminal to negative terminal on the same time. In same condition, the negative terminal of battery eject the negative charge and the negative charge means electron, and the electron will go due to the EMF, electromotive force, by which the electron will go from the negative terminal of battery to the positive terminal of battery, and from this side the positive charge will go from the positive terminal of battery to the negative terminal of battery. So here, now when we think about the type of current, so we have two type of current. One is conventional current, and other one is electron current. So student, when we talk about the conventional current, it means that when we talk about the conventional current, we are talking about that current which is due to the flow of positive charge. So the current which is due to the flow of positive charge in the given circuit is called conventional current. And on the other hand, when we talk about the electron current, the current which is due to the flow of negative charge is called electric current, EC. So at final you can write here the conventional current due to the flow of positive plus Q charge or positive charge, and here you can write due to the flow of minus Q or negative charge or electron, basically minus Q charge, or you can say basically electrons. Point is clear, student? So on the basis of these two, we can differentiate the electric current into their types, which are two types. One is conventional current, CC, and other one is electron current, EC. Point is clear, student? So after the discussion of different type of current, here we will discuss about the heating effect to understand the upcoming topic of this chapter. तो जब हम हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट की बात करेंगे तो उस केस में हम ये देखेंगे कि कैसे यहाँ पे जो इलेक्ट्रिक करंट है, ठीक है, उसके थ्रू आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि कैसे यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी हीटिंग एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट हुई, ठीक। सो द कन्वर्जन ऑफ एन electrical energy into the heat energy is called the phenomena of heating effect. So this happens only with the flow of electrons, because जब यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रॉन का मोशन नेगेटिव टर्मिनल से इस पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल की तरफ होगा, तो उस केस में इलेक्ट्रॉन का मोशन किसी गिवन कंडक्टर के लिए कैसा होगा, ठीक है, वो डिपेंड करता है उस कंडक्टर के रेसिस्टेंस पे। रेसिस्टेंस की डेफिनेशन आपको पता होगा। रेसिस्टेंस इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ अ कंडक्टर व्हिच रेसिस्ट द फ्लो ऑफ करंट व्हिच passes through it, or in the sense of electron you can say that which resists the flow of electron. So when we think here about the common definition for heating effect of electric current, so you can say that the phenomena of producing heat energy with, or you can say from electrical energy due to the flow of electron in the given conductor is called, given conductor, you can write here first conductor is called heating effect. Clear, student? Heating effect. So you will write this definition in this way. So to understand the heating effect, completely, I will start my explanation with the flow of electron. So when the circuit is closed, and you know that when the circuit is closed, the electron will go from the negative terminal to positive terminal, and after that the positive charge, or you can say current, will go from the positive terminal to negative terminal. So here we talk about the flow of electrons. So in case of electron, on applying the potential difference or external field, the electron will go from the negative terminal of battery to the positive terminal of battery by applying an electrostatic force, or you can say by applying the EMF, electromotive force, of the terminal of battery. As the electron move from the negative terminal of battery to the positive terminal of battery, the electron will gain kinetic energy from the electrical energy, and it start their motion from the negative terminal of battery to the positive terminal of battery. Here I will start my explanation from the terminal B terminal of the given conductor. Suppose this is a given conductor. For that I will discuss here about the heating effect of electric current for this conductor. Here, so when the B terminal of conductor, as you are watching here, the B terminal of conductor is a negative terminal and the A terminal of conductor is positive because of the terminal of battery here. So the electron will start their motion from the negative terminal of conductor to the positive terminal, means from B to A. As I consider the electron is initially at here, when the electron will start their motion from this cross sectional area. Okay, so when the electrons start their motion from this cross sectional area, so it will move in straight way, and after moving the electron will strike. The electron will strike on the obstacle which will come in their path. Clear, student? So the electron, as the electron will strike on this obstacle, their direction will be changed, and if suppose their direction is in this way, and similarly the electron will strike consecutively with other obstacle means other ions or atoms which are present inside the conductor, and these atoms and ions resist the flow of electron in the conductor, so that the electron will not follow the continuous path, or you can say the straight path inside the conductor under this phenomena, and their path inside it is in zigzag path, and after that finally the electron will eject in outside to the terminal of A of the given conductor. Clear, student? So here when the electron will strike, or you can say collide with the other atoms and ion present in their path, so it transforms its kinetic energy to the obstacle which will face by it in their path, and these obstacle, after gaining their kinetic energy, these obstacle will start the vibration about their mean position, so that during the vibration time they will also transfer their kinetic energy to the other particles. As the result, the result is that the all particles which are at the corner of which are nearer to the wall start colliding with the wall of the given surface with the help of kinetic energy attained by the other particles. The result is that the surface of the conductor warm up. समझ में आया? तो जब ये आपके पास एक इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ से निकला, उसने अपने रास्ते में आने वाले जो ऑब्स्टिकल थे उसके साथ कोलाइड किया। कोलाइड करने के बाद जो ऑब्स्टिकल मीन पोजीशन पे थे यानी रेस्ट पोजीशन पे थे, वो मीन पोजीशन से इधर उधर वाइब्रेट करने लग गए, और जब उन पार्टिकल्स ने वाइब्रेट करना स्टार्ट किया तो जो अदर पार्टिकल्स थे कंडक्टर के मीन पोजीशन पे या रेस्ट पोजीशन पे, उनको भी उसने एक्सेलरेट कर दिया, और जब उसे एक्सेलरेट किया तो वो भी वाइब्रेशन करना स्टार्ट हो गया, और फाइनली ये इस कंडक्टर के बाहर तो पार्टिकल जा नहीं सकते थे, तो इस कंडक्टर पे ही जो इसकी वॉल है उससे लगातार कोलाइडिंग करते रहे, जिससे कि जो वॉल है वो आपके पास क्या हो गई, गर्म हो गई, ड्यू टू द मैकेनिकल वर्क बाय दिस पार्टिकल। तो ये जो बॉल गर्म हुई तो इसका रीजन क्या था, इलेक्ट्रॉन का फ्लो। और इलेक्ट्रॉन का फ्लो कैसे हुआ, जब हमने इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करवाई उसे। तो यहाँ से ड्यू टू दिस इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी ये जो आपके पास कंडक्टर है ये गर्म हो गया, ठीक है। दिस इज कॉल्ड द हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक करंट। पॉइंट इज क्लियर स्टूडेंट। ऐसे अपने जिगजैग पाथ को कवर करते हुए इलेक्ट्रॉन बी टर्मिनल से ए टर्मिनल की तरफ टेंड हुआ। इस केस में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन की वेलोसिटी थी वो कंटिन्यूअस स्ट्रेट पाथ से बी से सी ए तक आपके पास स्ट्रेट पाथ कवर नहीं किया उसने, उसका पाथ भी जिगजैग था बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑब्स्टिकल और रिस्ट्रिक्शंस इन देयर पाथ। एंड आफ्टर दैट their motion is not continuous, their motion is which type of motion, their motion is a drifted, or you can say that electron will move along with the collision. Hence this type of velocity of electron by which the electron is moving along with the collision and their path is not straight and it follow the zigzag type of path is called its drift velocity। क्योंकि रुकते रुकते आगे चल रहा है ना, टकरा भी रहा है और आगे भी चल रहा है, तो इस वेलोसिटी को बोलते हैं ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी, जिसको हम डिस्कस करेंगे अपने आने वाले वीडियो में। बट हियर द इलेक्ट्रॉन रीच्ड फ्रॉम द टर्मिनल बी टू टर्मिनल ए एंड हेंस द इलेक्ट्रिक करंट विल गो फ्रॉम द टर्मिनल ए टू टर्मिनल बी एंड द सर्किट इज करंट कैरिंग सर्किट। एंड इसके बाद फिर आप जूल लॉ के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे कि जूल्स ने क्या हीटिंग इफेक्ट, जूल्स लॉ ऑफ हीटिंग इफेक्ट क्या था, उसको मैं खाली शॉर्ट में आपके लिए बता देता हूँ। मेरा मेन कंसर्न, मेन फोकस बताना था ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड या ड्रिफ्ट वेलोसिटी वीडी को, जिसके लिए मैंने ये हीटिंग इफेक्ट का फिनोमेना आपको समझाया। बिकॉज दिस फिनोमेना इज हियर बिकॉज द वेलोसिटी ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड, बिकॉज द ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड फिनोमेना or drift velocity phenomena is your correlated phenomena with the heating effect. So here we can say by Joule's law of heating effect, Joule's law of heating effect, if you want to write heating effect is called the heat energy produced by this conductor is directly proportional to the current which is flowing in the given circuit, square of the current flowing in the given circuit, and directly proportional to the resistance of this conductor and also directly proportional to the time taken by the current to pass this conductor. So finally I will write I proportional to H proportional to I square RT, and after removing this I will use here K symbol, and you know that K is 1, so I will write here directly the formula of Joule's law of heating effect, H is equals to I square RT. This is the value of heat energy produced by the given conductor in this condition. Point is clear, student? So as you are seeing here definition, the definition of charge carriers, or you can say the current carriers, is in front of you. So those charged particles whose flow in a definite direction constitute the electric current is called charge carriers or current carriers. So there are different type of charge carriers. It means that here we will discuss about the charge carriers in solid conductor or in liquid, in gaseous form, and after that we will talk about the semiconductor. So in these type of conductors we will discuss what type of charge carriers or current carriers are there. So first I will discuss about the charge carrier in solid. So when we talk about the charge carrier in solid, you can take an example of a metal, and you know that in metal supposed to be, I am taking here an example of copper, and you know that the copper, aluminium, zinc, etc. So in case of metal, you know that on applying some external energy to the metal, there are some free electrons, means there are some valence electron in their outermost shell, and these outermost shell electron will eject when we supply some external energy to the given metal. So these outermost electrons or valence electrons are free to move So that's why we can say that these are free particles, or we can say that free electrons. In this case we can say that free electrons. So when the electrons are ejected from the copper plate, that time the copper gain positive charge and the remain whole atom becomes more positive, or you can say that the remain atom becomes positive. You know that the protons are much more heavier than electrons, so that time this positive charge contained atom is more heavier than electron, so it will not move on applying the electric field. If the electric field is applying, so on applying the electric field, the electron will move only, but the rest of the atom which is more positive will not move due to their heavy weight. So the direction of electron movement is from the negative terminal to the positive terminal because of attraction by this positive charge. Hence the current will go from the positive to negative. Therefore, in the case of solid, we can say that the electron work as a charge carrier, which is free to move in the given solid or in the given solid conductor. Yes, student. After that, when we talk about liquid state, here when we discuss about the liquid state, in which you can take an example of electrolyte solution, or you can say electrolyte. Here you can take the example of electrolyte, in which I will write here copper sulfate and NaCl, two example. On applying the electric field on them, supposed to be here I am applying the electric field, and inside this type of electrolyte solution is placed. So on applying the electric field, there are two type of separation: positive charge and negative charge. So the positive charge and negative charge means positive ion and negative. So on applying the electric field, the positive ion will move toward this negative charge plate, and this negative charge ion will move toward this positive charge plate. Hence the result is that both positive ions and negative ions, or positive charge and negative charge, are movable in this condition. So here we can say that in case of charge carrier, positive ions and negative ions both are charge or current carriers in case of liquid. Yes, student. So after this, when we talk about the cases of gas, as you know that initially in case of gases, initially the gases are insulator or bad conductor of electricity. So when we provide some special case to this gas, it means that under, you can say that under high voltage and low pressure, the gases, or the gas is ionized. Ionized means that the positive ions, or you can say the gas, is split out in positive ions and negative ions, and these ions are called ionized ions, or positive ions and negative ions. So these positive and negative ions means that the positive charge and the electron. So in the case of gases, they both are free to move. The result is that they both are work as charge carrier in the case of gases. And after that, at last, when we talk about the semiconductor condition. So in case of semiconductor condition, semiconductor is upcoming topic of second book of physics. So semiconductor has a property between the conductor and insulator. So if we think about the semiconductor case, So in semiconductor we have two type of charges. One is electron, other is hole. So hole basically positive in character or positive in nature. We'll discuss these things in upcoming chapter. So here the electron will move due to the flow of hole. Means for the semiconductor condition, holes are free to move. So for semiconductor, the charge carriers are holes, and for solid, the charge carriers are electron. For liquid, the charge carriers are positive ion and negative ion, and for gases, the charge carriers are positive charge and negative charge means electron. Point is clear, student? So these are the different type of conductors, and one is semiconductor. For that we will discuss here about the current carriers, and initially the definition of current carriers means those particles whose flow in a particular direction constitute the current is called charge carrier. So for that pause the video and note down print. अब हम अपने नेक्स्ट वीडियो में या नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे अबाउट द ड्रिफ्ट स्पीड or drift velocity and the mobility of charge.